Siddhartha Gautama, also known as Buddha, was the founder and teacher of the religion known today as Buddhism, one of the largest religions in the world and is still being practiced today. Buddha taught Buddhism, which believed in aspects like meditation, good physical labor, and good behavior are ways to reach nirvana. Buddha teaches us about suffering and how people suffer and how to accept suffering as part of our lives. Siddhartha Gautama was born as the heir of the Shakya clan in 623 BC in Lumbini, Nepal. 7 days after the birth of Gautama, his mother died. While Gautama was growing up, his father wanted him to become a king, so he secluded Gautama in a palace with riches and valuable items so he would like the life of a king and not recognize suffering. Then Gautama's curiosity got the best of him, so he left the palace and Gautama decided to go to the city and saw the four sights of suffering. Firstly, Gautama saw an old dying man. Next, he saw a man who was ill and miserable. After that, he saw a dead person who was being carried away to be cremated. Lastly, he encountered a holy man who was living his life in self-denial. This changed Gautama because he saw pain and suffering he had never seen before in the luxurious life he lived before. He felt that he did not know suffering, so he left the palace that he lived in at midnight to never return. He wanted to give up his riches to understand what suffering felt like. Next, Gautama starved himself until he was on the brink of death, but realized him being dead wouldn't help anything. Realizing this, Buddha went to a fig tree, also known as the Bodhi tree, and meditated under the tree for 49 days. After 49 days, he gained enlightenment and became the Buddha. Fun fact, Buddha actually means enlightened. Buddha decided to spread his enlightenment across the land, so he went to India and taught large groups of people about Buddhism and about suffering is a normal part of everybody's life. Over time, his teachings spread across the world, such as Japan, Vietnam, India, and are practiced by over 535 million people. At the age of 80 years old, Buddha died in modern-day India, but his teachings still lived on. Some accomplishments of Buddha were that he founded one of the most widely practiced religions in the world today. Buddhism has around 500 million followers. Buddhism is practiced widely in Japan, Thailand, China, India, Nepal, and other countries. Another major accomplishment of Buddha was that he found insight within himself by meditating for a long time under the Bodhi tree. This insight was what led Buddha to found Buddhism and spread his findings and teachings. Buddha also established the Four Noble Truths and the Five Precepts, which state that desire and craving leads to suffering. The five precepts say not to kill, steal, do sexual misconduct, lie, and don't do intoxicants such as drugs. The five precepts are ways to get rid of desire, which helps lessen suffering and reach nirvana, or the final goal of Buddhism. Speaking of nirvana, a major accomplishment of Buddha was that he reached nirvana. Nirvana is a state where there is neither suffering or desire, and the effects of karma are released. It is a state of peace essentially. It is what all practitioners of Buddhism strive to accomplish. It is said that once a person reaches nirvana, they will not be reborn again and stay in the afterlife forever. In conclusion, Buddha was a very successful and accomplished man, starting one of the world's major religions. He started his life as a prince and grew to become a holy man. He wanted to experience suffering after he saw suffering in the village, so he starved himself. After that, he meditated under the Bodhi tree and gained insight. Then he wanted to share what he found with other people and gained many followers. He told them about the Four Noble Truths and Five Precepts, which say that desire leads to suffering, and to reach nirvana, you have to get rid of desire. Lastly, Buddha died in modern-day India at the age of 80.